Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
Diana is still 100% pregnant as we head out of week 13 into week 14. That's just an assumption. We're doing our best to look at all the numbers and development and watching Diana's entire... I don't know what we're watching with Diana other than this is a Pirillo pregnancy vlog, the third one that we've now done. And I believe Wicket is tired of them already as he eats his way through the bed.
This week has been a little tough. I've been having trouble sleeping. I've been feeling a lot of pressure in my lower abdomen. This happened last time.
What?
You need to sneeze?
No, I'm breathing. I'm breathing so that I don't want to breathe into the microphone, hun. We're okay. Everything's normal here. I'm just breathing off camera. Like this, so that I'm not like, my nose in the camera thing. So this week has been a bit of a challenge for you.
Yes, it has. Yeah, like I said, I've been having trouble sleeping. I've been feeling a lot of pressure, so I've been tossing and turning, and I'm not able to get comfortable. I've never had trouble sleeping, so I know it has to do with the pressure. And on Tuesday, I woke up in the middle of the night around 2 a.m. and I had to run to the restroom because I had to throw up. And that was the first time that's happened, just out of nowhere. I just woke up and said I need to go. But it had been hours since we ate, so nothing came up, of course, just, the motions of throwing up. And the best way I can explain my feeling is I'm hungry, but just nothing sounds good. Absolutely. The thought of food makes me want to throw up. So I've been just thinking of anything that sounds even 1% somewhat appetizing and trying to eat that and keeping it down. But today has been a great day. In fact, after this, we're gonna go get ice cream because I ate a cookie earlier and it stayed down. And sweets haven't been settling with me. But today, what if it's the beginning of a whole new chapter? Which is interesting because I will be entering my second trimester if we're right on what our due date is, which it can always change and vary, so.
And they are now anticipating it being right around September 5th? Mm-hmm. Not long after Vlogger Fair.
Still the first week of September, but just a couple days.
And tell everybody that they can expect us to continue vlogging even after we have the baby.
Yes, and I do plan on being at Vlogger Fair, so I'll be ready to pop, but I'll be there as long as the doctor says it's okay. I will definitely be there. Oh, and we also got new prenatal vitamins, the gummies, and they made a new flavor, lemonade and raspberry lemonade, which is interesting because the tartness has been keeping me from feeling nauseous, so I'm guessing other women are experiencing the same thing, so they made the gummies a flavor that is tolerable because the last gummies, they make me really nauseous. I haven't been able to eat them. They're too sweet, and it's just kind of gross. But I got these little pops that are sour pops, and these help too to just suck on them. I'm going to take these on car rides because car rides tend to make me nauseous. I think your dad noticed it too. I'm just kind of in the seat like trying to not be nauseous. I also got this cream because according to my calendar, I should be growing this week and it should be very noticeable, more than it is now. So I'm going to be rubbing this all over my belly.
You have that wastebasket over on the other side of your bed. I know you said that you got up in the middle of the night and ran to the bathroom, but why didn't you just use the bucket?
Well, I figured if I could make it there, I tried to make it there if I can, just because it's less messy in case something does come up. But even having that there makes me feel more comfortable because I guess just the thought of just in case I can't make it to the bathroom, it's right there. I'm like, okay, well, I feel nauseous, but I'll just lay down, and if it's a false alarm, the wastebasket is there, which I've had plenty of false alarms where I think something's coming up and it's nothing.
And if she can make it there, she can make it anywhere, which means we're going to have to start calling the bathroom New York.
Yeah. Oh, the baby's backbone is also starting to flex this week, and we noticed that in the ultrasound. Baby was bouncing around.
And speaking of ultrasound, we have a few surprises for you. We're going to share those photos now. The best part of this ultrasound for me wasn't necessarily the results as much as it was seeing the embryo bounce around Diana's womb. It was awesome. But unfortunately, the technician said, "No, we can't have you record video." I'm like, what do you mean? It's our baby. So this is as good as it's going to get at this point. We've now confirmed that baby Pirillo has a heart rate of 152 beats per minute, which I only assume is normal, and I don't know how they figured that out. Diana's going to go ahead and advance through the slides here, and we're going to do our best to hold the camera still enough so that you can see them. Ah, yes, the sag. I don't know what the sag is.
I don't either.
I also don't know what the triv is.
Me either.
I'm assuming everything again is normal. It's the triv again. It's another sag. Nope, still saggy. Yep, nope, it's kinda... CP? Chris Pirillo. I believe that is the top of the baby's head.
That's right, yeah.
The brain seems to be developing. You see the two arms there?
Oh, yeah.
We gotta look at where Diana's umbilical cord is connecting to the baby.
Yeah.
The legs. The baby is mooning the internet right now. Bladder. That little black dot is the baby's bladder.
Oh, it's so cute.
The baby's stomach.
Hmm.
The baby. I think they were getting an idea of length for age, determining how far along it was. Then they zoomed in. Zoomed in again. I do believe they're checking the fluid in the back of the neck along the spinal cord. Everything, again, appears to be normal. Yep, right there. That's a Pirillo nose.
What about you? How was this week for you?
Me?
Yeah.
I would say this past week, from my perspective, has been pretty close to earlier weeks. We really haven't seen dramatic changes, but last night, Diana couldn't keep anything down. I didn't realize it was so bad yesterday until I came upstairs, and we kind of joked about it, and I think it'll come out in the regular vlog that we do. Although one thing that won't come out is Diana pretty much had a very brief roller coaster going on, and she was emotionally overwhelmed, and I dropped everything. I said, okay, what do you need? What do we got to do? We're going to get you through this, but she was a little overwhelmed last night, and that was something that didn't really scare me after you told me what was going on, but when you started crying, like a breakdown, like you were like crying, and I'm like, I didn't do anything wrong, I swear, like that kind of crying, like, oh my god, oh, guys just want to fix things, right? Don't cry, we can fix this, what's wrong? And I was waiting for her to tell me, and in those seconds, I was just thinking, okay, something's wrong, but turns out she just couldn't keep anything down. So then we did our best to try to get something into her system. I said, don't worry about it. Worst comes to worst, we'll just go to urgent care and stick an IV in you and make sure you're hydrated. But you were able to keep the coconut water down after trying how many other different liquids. Even water tasted bad for Diana. Yeah. I can understand water does have a flavor. Anybody who says otherwise may have not had a lot of water in their life.
When I was frustrated that night, I think I finally figured out why. And it has to do with wanting to care for the baby, but almost like your body is not letting you protect it and feed it. And I felt hopeless, you know, and I think that's why I kind of just broke down and cried, because I really felt very hopeless at that moment, because I couldn't keep anything down, and I'm trying to keep the baby as healthy as possible. But Chris is very supportive, and I really appreciate that.
You're not going to start crying again, are you?
I think I am. No, I'm not.
Oh, I couldn't tell.
No, but I mean, it made me kind of emotional because you were very supportive. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I dropped everything.
You did.
Even the vlog camera.
Yeah, you did. That's when you know.
The only other observation that I really had this week was also surfaced in our regular vlog. There's not really a lot of geek stuff for babies. Everything you see is sports and animals and princesses and finding things that, you know, I think are generic enough and yet speak to at least me, and Diana also likes, that I think could work for the baby, because ultimately the baby is going to have his or her own personality and like or dislike various things, but, you know, inevitably that part of your life, you're kind of a product of your environment. It's going to happen no matter what. But I wish I could walk into a store and see more geek baby things. They're all online, which I guess is where all the geeks are. Let's take a look at your belly.
Okay. I catch myself rubbing down here because of the pressure. And it's so nice. I think it's starting to finally hit me.
I'm sitting directly behind you as a contrast. See the green there? And you love green. Here, let me sink a little lower, get a little bit more of that curve.
Everybody sing good night to baby Pirillo.
Good night, baby Pirillo.
I just want our baby to come out not as blurry as some of the footage that we recorded in this video.